Hello, patrons. So I wanted to make this video because I had an idea come to me yesterday and I really want to share it, but before I sort of start thinking about it more in depth and I guess sharing it on social media platforms, I wanted to share it with you guys first, because your opinion matters most to me. So I'll tell you a little bit about the idea I had. I went for a run yesterday, and anyway, I just started thinking about how I want to travel again next year, but I don't know how I'm going to do it yet. So my thinking is that I want to be able to travel, but I don't want the same situation to come about again that I was in this year, which is that when I went to New Zealand, I worked as a waitress, which I'm glad I did. I enjoyed the experience and I gained valuable insights into that type of world, but for the most part I felt quite limited and sad that I wasn't able to put as much time into YouTube, Twitch and Patreon anymore. So since coming home, I've been able to get back in touch with that. I've been able to do my YouTube, my Twitch, my Patreon, and I feel happy about it. And of course, you guys are getting, the reward you deserve for the most part, and that makes me happy. So I thought to myself, I want to travel, but I don't want to jeopardize my work at the same time. And so I've been thinking, how can I marry the two things together? And the other thing is that I don't actually know where I want to go. I have let's say 4 different types of ideas of traveling that I want to do. I'll just explain those briefly to you because it's just my ultimate goal. So the first type of traveling I could think to do would be to go to somewhere like Canada or Australia and just purely go around seeing beautiful nature, hiking, all of that good stuff, a bit like what I did at the end of my travels in New Zealand. Second thing would be that this is something that I will make happen before I die, no doubt. I have to, is to go around sacred sites, and it's just sort of a thing on my bucket list of I want to see these sacred sites, these wonders of the world, and go there. And especially Egypt, going and seeing the pyramids, that is again something I must do. So that's another option. I feel drawn to places like Nepal too, just the idea of going and staying in a retreat somewhere, going to these temples, meeting some monks. I don't know, it's all very appealing. And the other type of traveling I thought of was to go to somewhere like the Amazon jungle. I want to stay with a tribe. I want to be a part of a ceremony of some sort, and of course one day try ayahuasca, but that's I'm not ready for that yet, so that's kind of later. But I do feel like next year I need to make the traveling happen, because if I don't, I'm gonna find other things that will come along and stop me from doing it. So that's the ideas I've been playing with recently. And anyway, the idea came to me that I should do a type of tour. So what I mean by this is a bit like what you see YouTubers do with the whole tour thing, but it would be a lot more low-key than that. It would be simply a tour for me meeting up with, people who watch my videos, friends. what I would consider as friends. I would consider you guys as friends, because I try to sorry. I try to connect with as many of you as I can, and that's, for me, the connection is what makes it feel good, that I'm doing good with bringing people together, and you know, same with my YouTube, Twitch, all of that. So I think basically, you know, how would I make this happen? That's the first thing. Now, this is just the beginning stages, right? And as I say, you're the first people I'm telling about this, so I haven't thought about it in depth yet. But you know, before I go ahead and try and make this into a real plan, I just wanted to run it by you. So this is all sort of very brief introductory stuff. I haven't planned anything, and I don't really know where to begin. But you know, I'm not naive in thinking that this isn't going to take a lot of planning, but I do think it's possible. My idea is that if I was to do a type of tour, I would need to first of all decide which countries, which places I'm going to go to. You know, have a reason for going there as well. Like for me, going visiting sacred sites would be like the ultimate. And so how to make that happen is first of all start saving up money. You know, I'm slowly but surely saving up money. It's just that I was putting it aside thinking that, well, I can put this towards a house, or I can put this towards a car. But really deep in my heart, I don't feel like I'm ready for that. Like, I do want my own place sometime. I can't live with my brother all my life. But I don't even know if I want to live in England, because I'm not sure yet. I'm just not sure if that's really where I want to live. And you know, I don't want to then go and buy a house and be unhappy there, feel like I'm not really where I'm supposed to be. And also, you know, I really do like the idea of building an airship. It's just, that is just so appealing to me. So I feel like that's got to come later. The house and the car is got to come later. So for now, this money that I'm saving up, traveling. And I'm thinking, when I set up this tour, you know, I want it to involve you guys. Those of you who do decide to come meet up with me, you know, it will, again, that will have to take a lot of planning and safety precautions, of course. But those of you that do, I want it to be because, you know, you've watched my videos, and you know, I know a lot of you resonate, or some of you resonate with my message, and to me, I think that would make for the greatest connection. You know, I mean, it's great meeting strangers when you go and traveling, but I think I'd feel that just that bit more excited at the fact that I can go and meet people that actually know a little bit about me, and we share something in common. And you know, I just had this idea of like meeting up with some of you in like a sacred site, and us all to be able to just camp out around a campfire, maybe live stream it. That would be sick. But you know, who knows, really, that's just ideas. So yeah, that's what I was thinking about. Now the main thing here is that I would need to set up a type of fundraiser. Now the main thing that pushes me and makes me feel like this is a good thing is that, you know, with a fundraiser to set up me doing a tour like this, of course I'm going to need money for the plane tickets, for accommodation, and for all of that stuff. In terms of accommodation, I'm going to do it as cheap as possible, staying in hostels. I'm going to take a tent and a sleeping bag with me, you know, camp out wherever I can. And then of course, if I meet some of you who I get along with, and you know, who knows what can happen, I do some couch surfing here and there. So that would be, you know, one option. I feel like the universe would make that happen. There's no need to worry about it. But yeah, a fundraiser of sorts, I think, because, you know, I think it would be a really cool project for people to want to help out. I mean, you know, putting towards basically a lot of us coming together, you know, making the videos. I mean, I'd love to sort of make a whole season of the adventures we get up to, the things that I do, the people I meet, the stories we tell, all of that stuff. So yeah, basically, if I was to set up a fundraiser at some point and ask people to back me, ask people to help towards my plane tickets to their country, you know, whatever it is. And that's how I see it happening. So I know that was quite a long sort of ramble there, and there's really so much more I could say. But yeah, I wanted to run it by you because when I thought of it, I thought, wow, that could be really amazing. Perfect if I can marry the two things together, you know, going to these places, meeting you guys. Yeah, I think it could be cool, but who knows. I know that I don't want to sit around and just wait for the next opportunity to come at me. I feel like I've been very lucky in my traveling experiences so far, and now it's up to me to make it happen. So that's something I can start planning towards for next year. Now, what I want to ask of you is if you have anything in particular you want to share about it. Maybe you think that, you know, it would be better one way or better this way, or what you would like to see as a possible either someone who helps towards the fundraiser, or maybe you just want to watch the videos, or maybe you actually do want to come along and meet me and some other people, right? One thing I want to say is that I'd probably only ever do it where it's like a group of us meeting up together, because that's the whole spirit of it, is I want it to be lots of people connecting. I'll be the focal point, but I also want other people to connect as well that have, you know, like-minded things to talk about. So yeah, I just so much really that could happen with that, right? So yeah, I would love to make that happen, and I would also love to hear your thoughts, what you think about it. You know, even if it was just to meet some of you for one day, that would just be amazing. And I'm sure it would be a journey, a ride, a roller coaster. So now I'll have to start deciding which countries, which places. But yeah, and start saving up my money, really. I mean, I am already saving up my money, but really have to think seriously about that. So, okay, I'm gonna see you later, guys. Thank you so much if you watched all the way, and yep, appreciate any feedback. So peace and love to you.